Hi guys! Today I wanted to talk about potty training dogs. So this works for potty training puppies that are coming in and potty training adult dogs who maybe weren't well potty trained originally, might have had some accidents here and there, or maybe haven't lived in a house before. So the first thing that you're going to want as far as potty training goes is management. So management means that we're kind of controlling the situation, we're keeping an eye on the dog. The easiest way to do that is often just by having the dog on leash in the house. A lot of people don't think about using a leash in the house, but it's super helpful for a variety of reasons. So the dog's not able to sneak off. You'll also be much more likely to see signs that the dog has to go to the bathroom. The first couple of days you should be able to figure out how long the dog can hold it for. If you're training a puppy, usually the rule is they can hold it for about an hour per month that they've been alive. This can skew a little bit in either direction, depending on if you have a very small dog, it might be a little bit less. If you have a very large breed of dog, it might be a little bit more. Obviously that's within reason, and every dog is a little bit different, so you might find that your dog doesn't quite fit that template. But we want to start paying attention to our puppy or our adult dog and see how long can they hold it for. What are they comfortable with? Then when we know how long they can hold it, let's say we have a 3-month-old puppy, they can hold it about 3 hours. I'll want to start taking them outside around 2.5 hours. If I take them outside and they don't go potty then, when I bring them back inside, if they weren't on a leash before, they will definitely be on leash now. Because now is when they're more likely going to go to the bathroom. We're in that time frame. If I don't put them on leash because I don't have time for that or it doesn't fit into my schedule for that day, I will actually put them in the crate. So crates work really well for potty training because dogs don't naturally go to the bathroom where they sleep. There are exceptions to this. Dogs who are raised in dirty conditions such as puppy mills or unclean breeders or some outside environments, they might go to the bathroom where they sleep, but generally the mothers keep their nest very clean when they're young puppies, so they don't go to the bathroom there if they can help it. So I'll have the puppy on leash or in the crate for 15 to 30 minutes and then take them outside again and give them the opportunity to go. This is especially important for some dogs because they really don't like going to the bathroom outside, certain dogs at first. You'll find that you take them outside, you take a walk around, the dog doesn't go, you'll come inside and they immediately go inside. So this way we can start resetting that and say, no, outside is the place that you want to go to the bathroom. This also works for dogs who are trained on potty pads. You can also start moving those potty pads from wherever they are in the house closer to that door. Some people like to use potty bells or a similar system, and that's not a bad idea. Do be aware that a lot of dogs figure out that bell means that they can signal you to go outside as opposed to signaling you that they need to go to the bathroom. So some dogs will use that a lot more than you're expecting. And if you're okay with that, that's totally fine. But it doesn't necessarily mean go to the bathroom. It means go outside for those dogs. And as the dog gets better and better, they can hold it a little bit longer. That's great, but we still want to keep an eye out. If they start regressing, we'll start taking them outside more frequently. We might have them on leash a little bit more inside, especially when it gets closer to that time when we know that they need to go. If you take them outside, you see them do a nice full pee, and they go poo, you're probably good for a while. They don't necessarily need to be on leash unless you're managing them for some other reason. So you should be good for the next however many hours, and when it starts to get close to that time, again, I'll put them back on leash or in the crate. Another way that you can do it is you can have them in a smaller room and close the doors, but you have to actively keep a watch on the dog at that point, because a lot of times they kind of sneak around and they'll go and find a spot to go, and we don't always notice unless we're actively paying attention. If you find the dog in the act of going to the bathroom, I simply interrupt them. Oftentimes it's not intentional. We just go, oh no! And then I will immediately take the dog outside and bring them to the bathroom. When I come back inside, I want to clean up that spot. So make sure that you are using a urine-specific cleaner when you're cleaning up accidents. If you clean it with a regular cleaner, a lot of times dogs will smell that spot still, and they will go back to that spot and pee there again. That's how you know you haven't really cleaned it up completely. So be aware of that. Sometimes dogs will start marking. In that case, that's another time when I will have the dog on leash more in those locations so that they can't practice the marking behavior. They do have certain sprays that you can put around that are supposed to make it so that the dog doesn't want to go to the bathroom there. They're of varying effectiveness, but you can obviously try that. But my first step is to keep an eye on the dog as much as possible. and it's just much easier if they're on leash. That way, if they start moving around more, I have that little tug on the leash and I know better. As opposed to me having to directly watch them all the time, which isn't always possible. So I hope that that helps. Keep practicing that for quite a while. Practice it for longer than you need. You can get longer and longer durations before taking them out, but try not to quit cold turkey. A lot of times we get our dogs doing pretty well, and then we remove all types of management, and then the dog will start having accidents again, either that week or in a couple of weeks or a couple of months. So keep it on for maybe a week or so longer than you really think that you need. And then as everyone's doing really well and being really consistent, as the dog starts signaling you that they need to go out to the bathroom, it might be a whine, it might be a bark, a scratch at the door, that's when we know that we've really got it down. So I hope that that helps. Have a great day.